Hey guys, it's Sara Wells. I am from ourbestbites.com, also ourbestbites_fit club. I always have to say that because I never know how people end up on my content or where you come from, and maybe you're like, who is this lady and what is she talking about and why am I here? So that's me. I'm going to tell you about something that I have decided to do, and this is not a weird sales pitch or anything, so if you feel like that might be where it's going, it's not. Totally just something I'm doing on my own for health and fitness, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, I think I have an opportunity to maybe help other people, maybe shed some light on this and, I don't know, motivate, inspire, whatever, all that good stuff. I'm going to let you in on it. But I want to tell you about kind of where it's coming from and what I'm doing, because I think it's going to be fun and you're kind of all involved and you're invited, okay? So I think that the best kind of fitness when it comes to like exercise and fitness related activities, I mean, obviously the best kind is the kind you actually enjoy. A lot of times exercise is a chore. It's like something we struggle to do for a lot of people. And if you can find something that is not a chore because you genuinely enjoy it and look forward to it, then that's when it really becomes a part of your life. And I totally know that because I've had that experience, multiple times over the years. If you would have asked me years ago if as a like middle-aged mother of 4, I would be into powerlifting, I would probably just laugh, yet that's something I've gotten into in recent years and absolutely loved and felt strong and confident in that. And so things like that have really helped shape my opinion towards things. But I think there's a lot of times where we are held back from trying something for a lot of different reasons, or maybe we don't even know some kind of things exist that would be fun that we would like. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I had this idea like 4.5 years ago. I was pregnant with my last baby, and a lot of you who have followed my story know that years ago, gosh, it's probably been 6 or 7 years ago, I had kind of struggled with weight my whole life, and I lost 50 pounds, had this great experience, kept it off for a long time, and that's how this whole fit club thing on our community started, and it's been great. But I decided to have another baby, and that just ruined everything. And I'm not one of those girls that like pops out their baby and then does the whole 9 months in picture and 9 weeks out and you look fantastic. No, I'm like 3.5 years out and I'm only 40 pounds overweight. You're welcome. So when I was pregnant with him, I had this idea and I thought, you know what, I need to get back into things, but what would be really fun is to do kind of this thing where I try out different forms of fitness. Kind of like if you guys follow, I used to have an Instagram account that I lost. I'd love to get it back one day, but it's called Looky What I Found. And the whole premise was that I was trying all these new things, like fun, random stuff you see at the grocery store. And a lot of times it was like people would see other things at the grocery store and be like, oh, pumpkin spice flavored hummus? That looks weird. I'm not going to try it, but I'm really curious. Sarah, will you try this? I'm like, sure, I'll try anything. Like, that's kind of my motto. I'll try anything. So I'd try it and, let you guys know, and I'd give like a full review and everything. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool to do with fitness? Like, I'll try it. I'll try anything. And I thought it'd be really fun to kind of go through, pick a different type of fitness. And I was thinking a lot about my community and kind of the local businesses around here and places that I could like embrace and like go all in, like not just dabble, but like, hey, I'm going to dedicate 4 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever to this one thing, and then kind of provide a behind the scenes review of it and share my experience, like just really authentically. And that was when I was pregnant. And I always had this idea in my mind, and I was like, I'm totally going to do that after I get like thin and shredded, of course, because then it'll look great. And then I can take pictures and videos of myself and really like share it. Because why would I do that when I'm like super overweight? That nobody wants to see that. So that idea kept popping in my head, but I always just kind of push it out because over the 3.5 years since I had my last baby, my weight's been like up and down. I actually got really close to kind of where I wanted to be. And then I don't know what happened. Life happened, and here I am. I'm almost back to the weight I was at like my before photos that I've shared before of my big transformation like years and years ago. And I'm all about like love and body positivity and all that. And you have to love yourself. And I totally believe that. I actually love myself a lot. I'm not like super like cocky or prideful, but I think I'm awesome. So I have no problems with confidence and self-love. But if you are not comfortable with your physical self or you want to improve that, like I think that's great. I do not think there's anything wrong with that either. So I would really like to fit into my old clothes again and be active and fit in a way that I used to be. So I had kept putting this idea out of my head, and then what spurred this recently, because it's been several years, is that I've been watching a new building go up in my community, and I'm going to tell you all about it later because it has to do with this whole experience. But I was watching it go up, and it's a fitness place, and I'd seen their ads on, and I was like, oh, that looks like something so cool. Like, I think I would really like to do that. It looks kind of challenging. And I thought, I saved it. I saved it out on Facebook. I thought, I'm totally going to try this. Like, after I lose like probably like 20 pounds and I feel a little stronger and better and don't mind wearing like spandex again. And as soon as I had that thought, I was like in my car and I'm like, man, this is exactly what I preach to people all the time on social media. I have told you guys for years, like, don't let dumb stuff like that prevent you from stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. Because for years, you know, when I was like super active, fit gym goer, I would always tell girls like, don't be afraid to go to the gym, because so many people would say, I would love to start working out, but I just don't feel comfortable like around other people, and I feel like they're gonna judge me and look at me, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm overweight, and I don't feel comfortable in gym clothes, and just all these things. And I tell them over and over again, nobody cares what you look like. Honestly, people at the gym, if there's one thing I know about them, they're always like looking at themselves. True story, everyone. So, you know, don't let that hold you back. Yet I was not like practicing what I preached at all, because I was having all these things that I wanted to do. Yet in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that when I'm fitter, when I'm stronger, when I feel like I look better. And that's so hypocritical. And so I kind of had this aha moment. I thought, you know, I'm just gonna like, let's forget all about that. Like, I can own the fact that I've got, you know, a lot of times when you follow people on, especially in the health and fitness scene on Instagram and social media, you're looking at people who have their bodies very fine-tuned. They're talking about these cuts and diets, and it's all about, I'm just trying to lose 3 pounds. And if you're that fine-tuned, like, that is amazing, mad props. I'm not there. I mean, I'm talking about like 40-ish pounds, like 4 with a 0 after it. So that's, to me, that's pretty significant. So when I say that I don't feel like I'm at my peak physical condition, I want you to know I'm not talking about like, I'm 5 pounds overweight. Like, it's significant, okay? But that's the whole point. Like, don't let stuff like that hold you back from trying something that might be awesome for you, that might really change the way you feel about stuff. There was a time, I guess it was 12 years ago, after my very first baby, and I hadn't really been a gym person. I felt super like uncomfortable and out of my comfort zone even going to a gym, but I signed up for a gym membership and I was kind of just working out on the weights, and I saw a girl there that I just met because I was new in the area from church, and she's like, hey, I didn't know you worked out here. You should come with me. I go to kickboxing class here. And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. Sure, I'd love to do that sometime. And that sounded like so not fun. The last thing I wanted to do was like go in front of a bunch of people and like do something I didn't know how to do. Like, I mean, that just sounded super awkward. And she kept inviting me, and so finally I'm like, oh, fine, I'll go. And I like went in the back corner, and slowly but surely, like, I fell in love with kickboxing. It turned out to be super fun. I went with a friend, so it was great, and I lost a lot of weight. I really got healthy just in a fun way. I didn't even notice it happening. I wasn't even weighing myself. Just suddenly, like, my clothes weren't fitting, and I thought, oh, that's awesome. I've been exercising and it's been fun. And I remember at one point, my friend was gone. She didn't even go anymore at that point. And I was in the class, and I was in the very front row, and the teacher it was a really packed class, and she's like, hey, everybody on that side of the room, you guys watch Sarah. And I remember looking in the mirror and thinking like, how did I get here? Like, I used to be that girl in the back corner that was so like nervous about even being here. And now this is something that I love, and I'm like helping everybody else, and I was good at it. And it's that kind of thing, just like stepping into something new and fun that I think can really be beneficial. And there's one thing that I have learned from experience, and this does not just have to do with health and fitness, but I'm talking in business, spirituality, I mean, everything. If you really want to make changes in your life, if you want to change something, you have to become comfortable with discomfort, okay? You have to be comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable, with the process of being uncomfortable. If you try to do something and get the same result by trying the same thing, you know, trying the same thing over and over and over again, but getting a different result, like, that's insanity. That's the very definition of insanity you've probably heard. So if that's something that you have a tendency to do, you've got to change. You have to like step out of your comfort zone and push the boundaries a little bit if you want to really end up changing yourself in any way. So I'm such a believer in that. So anyway, back to my original idea. The other day, I just had this aha moment. I'm like, you know what? I don't care that I feel super overweight and out of shape and whatever. Like, I'm fine with that. That's cool. And I know a lot of people kind of feel like that, and so they are like maybe nervous to start something. So I'm just gonna do my idea, and I'm gonna start. And I already have the first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna tell you about it in a different video, so you have to hang tight for just a minute. But I'm gonna like 2 feet in, immerse myself in some new fitness things that are out of my own personal comfort zone. And I'm not, you know, before when I've kind of done stuff like this for myself and like worked on losing weight, very personal about that. Even though I share a lot of my life on the internet, like that is kind of something I'm very private about. And I don't even usually tell people where I work out. Like lots of people locally ask me and I'm like, that's okay, because it's like my personal space. But I'm doing just the opposite. I'm gonna tell you guys everything, and not only that, but I'm gonna invite you to like join me and come with me, and I'm gonna show you behind the scenes, and I'm gonna show it to you, a lot of it on Instagram, like on my stories and stuff, and I'm gonna tell you what I think of these different things. And if you have an idea of something that you think I should try or you want me to embark on, it could be anything at all, let me know, because I'd love to have stuff kind of in my queue, and I'm excited to kind of try new things and show you guys, hopefully inspire you to do the same. And I'm hoping some of you, if you're local here to the Treasure Valley, Boise area, that you can come and join me too. Like if you don't have that person, like my friend who's like, come to class with me, I'll be your friend. I'm nice. As long as you're not a psycho, I'll tell you where I'm gonna be. Like, come join me. You can come work out with me. I'll be your friend. You can do it with me. And I think it's gonna be really fun. So I'm gonna think of a name and a hashtag for this. I don't know yet, but I'm sure by the time I post this video, I will have it. So you guys can kind of follow along. And I hope that a bunch of you will join me as well. So I'll catch you later. I'll do a new video soon. Bye.